Hi, Katie. Do you remember me? I know it's been about 10 years now, but you couldn't possibly have forgotten me. Reaching you has been a tough job. Took me a while before I could get your new contact. I could have given up when it seemed like no one knew your whereabouts, but I wasn't about to lose you again. Sometimes I wonder how we moved from a loving relationship to this. Please pick up my calls, even if you'll ignore my chats. Look, Katie, I'm sorry for all the horrible things that have happened, but you can't continue to ignore me. It's just not fair. I can see that you're reading these messages. Why won't you respond? You know what? I'm willing to do anything to make you happy. Anything at all to make you believe that I'm a changed man. I'll make up for all the time I've been absent in your life. Come on, you know you need my support and guidance at this stage of your life. All women do. Seems like I've hurt you so bad and it'll take time to accept me back. Don't worry, I can wait for as long as it takes. Be safe, hun. Hi, Katie. Merry Christmas. I hope you aren't celebrating Christmas alone. How are you doing? It's a beautiful morning here, and I couldn't help but think about you. The sight of snow makes me think of how short life is and how much I want you to be part of the rest of my life. Seeing all of this just makes me remember how things used to be between us. You were the sweetest young girl anyone could ever dream of having. I remember how excited you were when I lifted you to hang the holly on the Christmas tree. You looked so angelic. You were just 3 at the time. I know I made a mistake, and I've made several mistakes. But can you just forgive this poor old man? My heart constantly reaches out to you, year after year. I keep on trying, but you keep cutting me off. You surely won't refuse me forgiveness during Christmas. If you're neglecting me because of how Prudy treated you, then it might please you to know that that woman now knows her place. I've made amends, and I need you back in my life. Come on, Katie. God knows I've tried.
God knows. Who are you, please?
Huh? Oh, no wonder you've been ignoring my message. So you don't know who I am? Well, that explains it all. It's me, Rick, your dad.
I don't have a dad. I lost him 12 years ago. Who are you, please?
Should we really be doing this now, Katie? Is that what you tell your friends? That you don't have a dad? I can't believe this.
Please, could you stop spamming me with texts? Each time I block your contact, you text me with a new number. The message is clear for anyone to see. I don't want to talk to you again.
I can't believe this. I'm your father, Katie. There is nothing I've done to warrant this treatment.
Really? How dare you say that? This is why I don't talk to you anymore. You're never wrong in your eyes. You only say beautiful words to get my attention, and when you've got it, you still spew nonsense out of your mouth.
What? Katie, have you no iota of respect for the man who birthed you?
Well, you may have birthed me, but you didn't raise me. You're not my father.
As much as I should be angry, I'll control myself, since I've got your attention now.
What? I should be the one getting angry. You have absolutely no right to be angry. Do you know what I faced year after year trying to reach you? I'd come to your house, and that nasty wife of yours would chase me away like I was a street girl. Whenever I came visiting and you weren't around, she'd make me do all the work in the house. And what a dirty house it was, yuck. I wonder how you all lived there. I'd scrub the tiles, mop, wash the dishes, sometimes unclog the kitchen sink. The list is endless.
Wow, I never knew all of this.
Don't you dare lie in my face. 'Cause I told you and you did nothing. You did absolutely nothing about it.
That's not totally right. I didn't know about unclogging the sink. My daughter is no plumber.
Oh, please cut the crap. Who do you think you're talking to? I'm not the same timid girl I was back then. And for your information, don't refer to me as your daughter again. Never. No one knows I have a dad who's alive. And it doesn't matter, because you've never acted as one.
Ouch.
That stung? Well, I'm not done yet. The only daughters you're concerned about are the ones that devil of a wife gave birth to. And I'm not surprised they grew up to be just like her. I see all her posts on Facebook. Perfect little family. You don't need me, so why are you suddenly trying to reach out to me?
'Cause I need you, Katie. I really do. I need you to forgive me. I want to right my wrongs. I want to be there for you as a father. I want to make up for all the years I've been unavailable.
Where's all this coming from?
It's coming from a man who's recognized his mistakes and wants to turn a new leaf. We had a men's summit at our church some months ago, and I realized I've been failing as a father to you. I failed woefully. Can you find it in your heart to forgive me?
It took you attending a men's summit to realize your mistake of over 20 years? This is another issue I have with you religious folks. Weren't you going to church when your wife was maltreating me? It was even worse when my mom made me spend the weekend at your place, and her children added to the share of ill treatment.
Katie, let's not bring that up now. All I want is your forgiveness.
No way! I'm going to bring it up. It's all on the slippery road to forgiveness. Whatever needs to be spilled will be spilled. I was glad when that shared custody shit came to an end because you clearly weren't going to do anything about how your wife or children treated me. Speaking of your wife, when is your church going to have a women's conference? Or she isn't going to apologize?
You see, the thing about Prudy is that, you know she's older than I am, so she's not easy to convince, and...
I've heard enough. You're sorry, but she isn't. It's fine. I want you to be sincere with me. Why exactly did you decide to ask for my forgiveness?
Katie, you know I've always tried to reach out to you over the years, but you've always ignored me.
I agree. But why are you insistent this time around?
How do I put this? I heard you're getting married, and I wouldn't want you to be alone on your special day.
Let me guess, some of your extended family members told you?
Yeah, they said you'd been in touch with them for some time now. At first, I was mad, but then I knew I deserved to be left in the dark. I haven't been there for you, so it's okay for you not to inform me. I just didn't want to give up without trying. I know it's every woman's dream to have her father by her side on her wedding day. I've been a terrible father, I agree. But let me do right by you this time around. You're the first of my children to be getting married. I can't just imagine not having the privilege of knowing my wonderful grandkids.
Wow. You're getting me teary. I can't believe this. Rick?
Dad. You can call me Dad.
All right, Dad. I think it would cause me less pain if I forgive you and let go of all the hurt I've held in my heart.
Thank you. Thank you, Katie. I promise to be a great dad. I promise.
I'm afraid you'll have to prove yourself to me. Besides, I'm still hurt, so don't expect too much from me. All I'm saying is, I'm willing to give forgiveness a chance.
Sure thing. I'm willing to give you as much time and space as you need.
Thank you. To be honest with you, my heart has ached these past few months thinking that I might not have a family member around during my wedding. And my fiancé has begged me several times to try to reach out to you. I just couldn't.
Don't worry. I'm here now. I think we should plan a physical meeting. Let's meet to talk and iron things out. What do you say?
That would be great.
All right. My regards to your mom.
I'd rather not deliver that greeting, and you know why.
Yeah. Take care, Katie. And please, if you need anything at all, feel free to reach out to me.
All right, Dad. Thanks.
Hey, Katie.
Hi, who is this?
Your worst nightmare.
Huh? Is this some kind of prank or what?
Do you think you can just show up from nowhere and destroy my perfect family?
Excuse me, who are you, please?
Like I said, I'm your worst nightmare. That fairy tale life you think you're building with Rick, I'm here to nip it right in the bud.
What the heck? Are you a stalker or what? If you don't cut this crap, I'm gonna take action.
What actions? Rick belongs to me. Me!
Can this not get any weirder? Tell me, which one are you? A whimpering child or one of Rick's estranged girlfriends?
What the heck, Katie? You've gone from bad to worse. So disrespectful. Ugh! Check the picture I just sent you.
Oh, it's you, Prudy. What an unpleasant surprise. Age seems to be taking its toll on you. You don't look as bright as I remember you to be. I can see baggy eyes, dark circles, and worry lines. Gosh, you'd be like 60 now.
Shush your mouth. I didn't ask you to analyze my looks or age. You've got a razor tongue like your mother. So rude and disrespectful.
Could you please go straight to the point? I'm at work. I haven't got all day.
What kind of work are you doing that's more important than me?
I don't expect you to understand. Since I've known you, you've never worked for a dime in your life. You depended solely on your inheritance, like it was a gold mine. I'm pretty sure that was why my dad left my mom for you.
Hold it right there. This is why I texted you. Ugh. Did you just say your dad? Who's your dad? Definitely not Rick. Except if your mom remarried, which I doubt, because no one would want to marry an ugly woman with a kid from a previous marriage.
A lot of single mothers get remarried, so I don't know where your ideology's coming from.
Of course you'd say something like that. But the truth remains that Rick is not your dad. He is the father of my 3 children. Why not ask your mother who your real father is and stop intruding on the peace of my beautiful family?
How dare you? Look, Prudy, I won't tolerate any form of disrespect towards my mother.
The apple doesn't fall far from the tree. It's typical of both mother and child to maintain what's left of their dignity. I remember back when you were younger and you'd come to my house asking for money. When I told you to work before you got the money, you'd insist that the money was rightfully yours and you didn't need to work for it.
Of course. Dad was to pay child support after his divorce from my mom. Why would I do jobs around your house just to get it?
Rick doesn't own the money, so I couldn't just let him give it out cheaply. Well, you did the work.
Well, that's because Dad resorted to archaic means. He could have just sent the money to my mom's account instead of insisting I come to get it at his house. Anyway, all in the past. I've forgiven my dad and he's back in my life.
You must be so naive. What makes you think Rick is ready to amend his ways? There is no way on God's earth that Rick would begin to treat you as his daughter. We have just enough to take care of our 3 children. We don't need an imposter to infringe on our finances.
I'm not moving into your house. Neither am I asking for any form of support. I don't even live in the same state as you guys anymore, so how am I being an imposter?
Stop lying. You came to visit Rick with your fiancé, didn't you? Didn't he treat you guys to a dinner? Isn't that intruding on my family? Now Rick would have to share the love meant for my kids with you. You don't deserve that.
Jeez, where's this insecurity coming from? How did you even know of my visit?
I've got eyes all over Rick.
Well, I hope your eyes saw that it was my fiancé who paid for the dinner and not your husband.
Whatever. Let me just inform you that whatever you're trying to do with Rick isn't going to work.
Look, I didn't beg him to come to me. He was the one who asked for my forgiveness. I felt I should let go of the past and forgive him since he seemed to have realized his mistakes.
Oh, really? If you don't stop talking to him, I'm going to divorce him. And that'd be the end of his life, 'cause he can't live without me.
Look, I don't care what goes on in your lives or marriage. Do as you wish.
Oh, really? You don't even love your father. You don't care if he dies?
Oh, please, don't be so dramatic.
Fine. Get ready to bear the repercussions since you won't leave my husband alone. Good morning, my precious daughter. Aren't I lucky to be your dad, huh?
Good morning, Dad.
How are you doing this morning?
Good, I guess.
What's wrong? Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm good. I've just got some stuff bothering me.
Oh, did your fiancé do something to hurt you? 'Cause trust me to give him a good father to son-in-law straight talk.
There's nothing wrong between me and my fiancé.
Better. He didn't seem any less of a gentleman when you introduced him to me. I must confess I'm happy with your choice. I'm equally grateful that you chose to introduce him to me just like any daughter would. Thank you for accepting me back into your life.
Uh-huh. If I knew forgiving you would come with some old baggage, I wouldn't have let you back into my life.
Huh? What's wrong? Where's all this coming from?
Your wife texted me yesterday.
Prudy texted you? How dare she? Where did she get your contact from?
I don't know. Perhaps she took my number from your phone.
What? That crazy... Ugh. Hope she didn't say anything stupid to you.
What do you think? She's your wife. You've lived with her for so long. You should know what she's capable of doing.
Oh, no. Listen, don't believe a word of anything Prudy said to you. I can't allow her to ruin what we're building.
On the contrary, I don't think she's ruined anything. Whatever you were trying to build between us was bound to crumble. 'Cause you lied to me.
Caddy, I don't know what Prudy might have told you, but hear me out.
There is nothing to hear. You're toying with my emotions just like before. One minute you're acting like my dad. The next minute you're saying terrible things about me behind my back. I've had enough of the hypocrisy. Mr. Rick Watson, could you please crawl back into whatever hole you came out from and never contact me again?
Katie, listen to me. Regardless of how you feel, you shouldn't talk to me disrespectfully. I'm still your dad.
FYI, based on the things I've heard, you don't deserve an iota of respect from me.
Katie, you can't just shun me without listening to me. You should at least tell me what Prudy said. Katie? What the heck does FYI mean?
Hello, Dad.
Katie! Wow, I wasn't expecting a text from you. Usually when you make up your mind about a matter, there is no turning back.
Well, I thought about all that happened. I shouldn't have been rude to you.
True, but your anger was justifiable. I had a serious talk with Prudy that day. You won't believe that she threatened to divorce me.
She said the same thing to me, that she was going to threaten to divorce you if you didn't stop communicating with me, and that she'd make you succumb because you couldn't live life without her.
Huh. That woman can be such a fool sometimes. She's the one who can't live without me. You won't believe she got the divorce papers the following day.
Really? Can it be gotten so quickly? It might be fake. Did you check?
I didn't need to. I didn't even care if it was real or fake. I told her point blank that I wasn't going to lose my daughter a second time. I mean, you've done nothing wrong to her. Besides, it's not like you're moving into the house with us.
Exactly. I wonder what is her beef with me.
Of course, there's no tangible reason.
Well, I'm not surprised Prudy's acting this way. You've always indulged her.
I agree, but not anymore. The old Rick indulged Prudy, but not the new Rick.
Huh, how is that true?
When she dared me to sign the divorce papers, I signed them and threatened to turn them in. Guess what happened next?
Tell me.
Prudy reached out and grabbed the divorce papers out of my hands. She tore it to pieces.
Oh my goodness. That must have been a crazy scene to watch. I don't know why I find this funny. Forgive me if it makes you feel uncomfortable.
It's fine. My marriage to Prudy has been filled with all sorts of crazy events.
I can imagine. When Prudy texted me, she said a lot of nasty things to make me feel that I had made a mistake by forgiving you.
I'm sure you know better now.
I must confess, I'm surprised you're standing up to your wife. I could never have imagined that a day would come when you'd choose me over your family.
Katie, dear, you're my family too. I know I haven't been the best of dads, but I am a changed man now.
Yes, I'm so happy. If only you'd done this in the past, I wouldn't have grown up with so much resentment against you.
Thank you for finding it in your heart to forgive me, and for giving me a chance to prove myself to be a better father to you.
So this means you'll still be coming to my wedding, right?
Yes, of course. I wouldn't miss it for anything in the world.
Thank you, Dad. I've been thinking of something lately. I don't know how you're gonna react to it. Could you do me the honor of walking me down the aisle on my wedding day?
Oh, that's a great honor. Permit me to ask a quick question. Your mom never remarried?
Nope. Why did you ask?
Do you know any of her male relatives?
None that I know of. The only family I've met is her mom, who's my late now, and her older sister in Scotland. We barely get to see her, and when we do, it always ends in one argument or the other.
Wow, that's a bad thing. Have you tried checking with my family? How about those relatives you got talking to? The ones who gave me your number?
Dad, what are you driving at? What are all the questions for?
See, I'm trying to help you find alternatives.
Alternatives? What for?
I won't be able to walk you down the aisle.
What? Oh my gosh, Dad, why? Is there something you're not telling me? Did you break your legs in an accident?
What the heck? Hell no! How could you think of such a thing?
I'm sorry, Dad. It's just that I can't see any reason why you won't be able to walk me down the aisle.
Isn't the reason obvious? I've got a daughter that's old enough to get married, so it's only appropriate that I walk her down the aisle.
Okay, I still can't see the point you're trying to make. Is your daughter getting married on the same day as me?
Of course not. But it's only appropriate that she gets to enjoy that privilege first. At least that's what Prudy thinks.
Enough of using Prudy as an excuse. I want to know what you think, Dad.
Look, you're taking this too far. Just wait a few more years until my daughters are married. Then you can fix your wedding and I'll gladly walk you down the aisle.
What the heck? That's bullshit.
Hey, watch the language, young lady. You see, I talked with Prudy and she'd envisaged this already. She gave me the advice to refuse if you asked me to walk you down the aisle. It's just for peace to reign in my home, dear.
What's the big deal in walking me down the aisle?
Try to understand me, Katie. These ladies have known me as their father all their lives. Don't you think they'd be hurt to see me walk another lady down the aisle? Someone they barely know, for that matter. It doesn't make sense.
Wow. I never expected you to say something like this. I am deeply hurt, Dad. This clearly shows that you don't consider me your daughter as much as you consider your other daughters. So I'm just second place in your heart?
No, you're getting this all wrong. Walking a lady down the aisle is something glorious. My daughters have dreamed about it all their lives. You, on the other hand, have lived without me for a long time now. I bet if I didn't persistently try to get back into your life, you probably would have asked another person to walk you down the aisle, isn't it?
Oh my gosh, Dad. Really? I'm not only hurt by the things you're saying, but I am heavily disappointed. I feel like a fool for letting you back into my life. Just when I thought things were beginning to make sense between us.
Listen, Katie, you're taking this too far. Look, I may not walk you down the aisle, but I'm definitely going to give your hand out in marriage. When the priest says, "Who gives this woman's hand out in marriage?" I'll raise my hands and do you the honor. Someone has to give you out at least, so your guests don't think you don't have family. But as regards to walking you down the aisle, you don't need it. Besides, you're an independent woman. What do you need?
Enough! Enough of the trash talk. I don't want to listen to another word from you. Eventually, Mom was right about you.
Your mother? Oh, please. That woman was a pain in the ass the 5 years we were married. Don't believe anything she says about me.
For the record, Mom never said anything bad about you, not once. But when I told her I forgave you and we got talking again, she told me to be careful. Now I can see what kind of a man you are. I have no value before you. Do you think I'm a thing that you just want to give away?
Katie, let's not build up any hurt feelings. I need to be at your wedding, it's important. So stop the petty talk and accept reality. I'm not walking you down the aisle, but I'll sure give you out in marriage. Be satisfied for once.
This is all my fault. I shouldn't have trusted you. You know it'd have been better if you gave another excuse like you fell ill and can't travel. However, the excuse you're giving is so flimsy and unreasonable. It shows you don't value me at all. Get lost and never contact me again.
Katie, come on. It hasn't gotten to this. Look, it's normal for dads and daughters to have disagreements. And dads don't always do what their daughters request. You'd know this if you were raised by me. Your mom spoilt you into thinking the world revolves around you. Katie, are you ignoring me? I know you're angry now, but I'm sure you'll come around. Anyone who cares to listen would understand my decision. I've been a father to my girls all these years, and if they want to be the first to be walked down the aisle by me, then I don't think it's a big thing to ask. Whether you reply to me or not, expect me at your wedding. You may have to walk down the aisle yourself, but I'll be coming over to give your hand out in marriage. Hey. Hello, Katie. This is so exciting. I haven't been to a wedding in a long time. Where are you, my beautiful daughter?
Could you not refer to me as your daughter, please?
Come on, today calls for celebration. Let's not bring up old memories, huh?
Mr. Rick, could you please go straight to the point? I'm getting married today and I don't have time to attend to irrelevant talk.
Oh, I'm Mr. Rick now. Is this how you choose to treat the person giving your hands out in marriage?
Look, I'm trying my very best not to be rude to you, but if you push me beyond my boundaries, you won't like the outcome.
All right. I didn't expect you to be all hostile towards me, though.
Oh, please. You haven't been in touch for almost a month. What a blissful period it was. I already decided how to handle your issue. I'm glad I didn't have any reason to be biased in my decision. Why are you suddenly contacting me?
What do you mean? What decision are you talking about? Please, where are you? I need descriptions of the wedding venue.
Descriptions? You must be talking with the wrong person. Whose wedding venue?
My daughter's wedding, of course.
Okay, so why not message your daughter instead?
You are my daughter, Katie. Or have I got the wrong number? Who am I chatting with? This is Katie, right?
Yes, this is Katie. But this Katie isn't your daughter.
Stop playing games with me. The display picture is definitely my daughter. Why are you acting like this?
I've warned you not to refer to me as that. Stop acting like a madman. I'm not your daughter.
Oh, calm down, Katie. I know I've wronged you, but this is too extreme. You need me. Every woman needs her father on her wedding day.
I don't need you, Mr. Rick.
Oh, I see what's going on. You're developing cold feet. Don't worry. Daddy is here for you. Make sure you reserve the best seats for us at the wedding. We're on our way already.
We?
Yes, myself and Prudy.
You're uninvited.
Huh? We're on the plane already.
Yep, I suggest you better return to where you came from as soon as that plane lands.
That's impossible. You can't uninvite me.
I removed you from the wedding guest list already. You even had the guts to invite Prudy? You have no regard for me at all.
I'm going to come to the wedding venue regardless.
You won't even be let in. The wedding is strictly by invitation. You're not on the guest list, so you won't be let in.
You can't do this. Surely I'd be let in when I tell them I'm your father.
Everyone already knows I don't have a father.
Is that what you told them? That is wickedness. You're denying my existence when I'm still alive. You're going to be ashamed. Who's gonna walk you down the aisle?
I'm gonna walk down the aisle with my husband. I don't need you.
What? Did he agree to that?
Of course. He's highly disappointed that you could act so low, even after I forgave you and let you back into my life. We've vowed never to have any contact with you again.
Oh no. I'm ruined. What am I going to do?
Well, you brought this ruin upon yourself.
No, you don't understand. I made hotel reservations already.
Okay, cancel it.
I paid up front for a week.
What? Why?
How do I put this? I had plans of my own.
What plans? You don't live here. Why would you want to make hotel reservations for a week?
See, there is something I didn't tell you, which is the real reason I reached out to you in the first place. I'm facing a huge financial crisis. I'm in a lot of debt and I needed help fast.
Okay.
How do I say this? I'm sorry, Katie. It was the devil. I didn't mean to.
Look, it's either you speak up now or you shut up. I have more important things to attend to.
The thing is, when one of my relatives told me that you had been in touch and you'd been getting married, I made my findings about your fiancé. I knew that if I was back in your life, you wouldn't hear that I was in debt and refused to help me out.
Oh no. Oh my gosh, Dad, really? I swear on my late grandmother's grave that this is the last time I'd ever let you hurt me again.
Katie, I'm very sorry. Please forgive me. It's not entirely my fault. Prudy's to blame too. She kept pressuring me till I succumbed to such low measures. I used the rest of her inheritance to invest in a business deal. I wanted to have some money of my own, but it all failed.
What? Does she know about this?
Well, I had her consent to use her funds, but she doesn't know that the business crashed yet. I'm even in trouble with the bank. I took a loan.
I don't care what business you and Prudy have going on. You guys should settle your mess yourself. You know what? I'm glad you decided not to walk me down the aisle. Because I can't imagine you standing by my side with these sinister motives of yours. You don't deserve to be my father, or anyone's father at all. I can't believe you weren't ready to right your wrongs, but only came to make amends because you saw me as a ticket out of your debts? I'm disappointed. You're a low-life, God-forsaken man. I don't ever want to see you or speak to you ever again.
Please don't leave me this way. I borrowed the money for the flight and hotel reservations. That's why I booked a week. I figured if I spent more time around, I'd be able to talk to either your fiancé or his parents, and they'd give me lots of money. I agree I was a fool, but please help me out. Perhaps you could talk to your fiancé. He can't be as angry as you are, right?
You don't know when to stop, do you? If you as much as come near me or my fiancé or near the wedding venue, you won't like the consequences.
Katie, please forgive me. I promise I'm a changed man. But please don't leave me in debt.
You got exactly what you deserve. Enjoy your misery. Get lost and never contact me. My fiancé walked me down the aisle and it was a very beautiful wedding. My mom couldn't make it to the wedding because she couldn't travel due to panic attacks, but a distant relative of my dad's, whom I'd been in touch with, was around to give my hands out in marriage. My husband's family is the best any woman could ask for. They never let me feel like I didn't have a family. My father-in-law treats me like his own daughter, so I'm gradually getting over the hurt and pain caused by my dad. As for my dad, he tried all means to get to my fiancé and his family. I heard that he somehow was able to trace their house while he was in the state and constituted a nuisance at their gate for 2 days. He even tried to jump over their fence. It's a crazy thing what people can do when they're desperate. They had him charged for trespassing, but released him when they discovered he was pathetically broke. My husband and I traveled for our honeymoon, so he didn't get to see me at all. When we got back, I heard from that distant relative that he and his family had been rendered homeless as the banks came to get his house and other properties he used as collateral. Prudy and her kids left him, and he had no choice but to find a shelter home to stay in, as no one would take him in and he's too lazy to work. I feel sorry, but there's nothing I could do to help a man who has hurt me so much. As for Prudy and her golden children, None of their family members were willing to help them since Prudy treated everyone like trash when she had money. I heard she and her children have to do multiple jobs just to survive. I'm glad everyone is getting exactly what they deserve. Karma served real hot.